on death, it is certain that the same person is not going to come back forever in the body or whatever it is, flesh and bones. That's for sure. Therefore, again, scientists say that death is final. There is nothing beyond death. The body perishes. Therefore, there cannot be anything after death. The body, along with its senses, memory, whatever you call, is over. The matter is over. There is nothing beyond that. But it is here. Modern doctors, some of them, or I would say most of them, philosophers, ancient as well as modern, will come to the conclusion that death is not final. It is not based on the belief of science alone that we can come to a conclusion. Adi Shankaracharya in 7th century AD beautifully says, Arthasya drishtva vishayo vicharena hetuhu kittitah na snanena na dhanena na pranayamshatena saha. What is this? Arthasya nischayo drishtva. For anything, any meaning of this anything, if you want to confirm on that, if you want to have its finality, if you want to see its finality, hetuhu kittitah, vicharena hetuhu kittitah. By enquiry and by reasoning power only you can come. Not by your bath, snanena, not by any charities, dhanena, pranayamsha, not even by pranayama, tena, by those. You have to use the enquiry and reasoning power. Therefore, whether death is final, though cannot be scientifically proven in the way scientists want them to be proved, one will come to the natural conclusion, not one, but most scientists and philosophers have come to the conclusion there is something beyond death. Death is not final. Now, for example, how far can you think that the human body exists? 100 years. There are some creatures which exist for a second, amoebic cells, and there are some atoms like uranium which may have its life for more than 700 or 500 million years. Even then it will be half decayed. They decay, natural decay, but that takes time. The length and the quality of life depends on the perception. Therefore, for not all it is the same. And scientists say once death is final, there is nothing called consciousness. It is everything is brain, they say. Brain decides your intelligence, brain gives your intelligence, your concept of thinking, brain gives your mind, and through mind you assume that there is consciousness. But all this we do not believe. Death means death is final. There is nothing beyond that. You lose everything and there is the full stop. But as you go through this series, I will bring out various factors from all walks, all disciplines, from medical to physics to Vedic structures, through consciousness, through reincarnation statistics, how one can come to a definite conclusion that death is not final. Now, let us go to the approach of latest medical reports, that is near death experience and the out of body experiences. You will be surprised, really taken into the extreme corners of probably a devastating surprise, that what these medical records show to you, especially for non-believers, especially for believers who have the final say that death is final. There are top class medical doctors like Dr. Bruce Grayson, Dr. Peter Fenwick, Dr. Elizabeth Fenwick, his wife, Dr. Eben Alexander, and other psychiatrists and psychologists who have done lots of studies and published their authentic reports. I will start now one by one. The first one is the famous case called Teresa case. This was unraveled and reported by no less a person than Dr. Bruce Grayson. In fact, we have in the medical field, they have Grayson's scale. When a person dies, there is a scale. Now, in the Teresa experiment, Dr. Grayson says it was about a 9-year-old boy who had meningitis. For about 36 hours, he was in a deep coma. There were anxieties. His parents were also in their hospital. And it appears that final stages have come on the deep coma. He is going to die or something. They were all even probably surrounding that ICU. But at the time, the boy woke up. The boy woke up and said, "Hi dad, hi papa, I just went to a beautiful place. I saw grandmother, I saw a lot of my relatives, I saw others also." Well, the doctors, naturally the parents who were also surrounding him, first of all were surprised that the boy had come out of the coma. They were very happy, but when he said maybe or truly it is the hallucination of the brain can hallucinate. So, these mixed thoughts can come. They said they dismissed those thoughts. But then the next line what he said was surprising. "Papa, I saw Sister Teresa also and she asked me to go back." Well, that was really devastating. His own sister Teresa, the boy says, he saw in those places, probably he meant heavens, and she asked him to go back. This the boy repeated not once, not twice, he kept repeating 3 or 4 times. The father of the boy got a little bit irritated. "Okay, wait my dear, I will go and call Teresa and come." The daughter Teresa or the sister of the boy probably was studying some far away place in another university, 1500 kilometers away from where this boy is in US. So, the father goes and rings up the university to talk to her daughter, so that he wanted her to come back and be with him and see him. When the father telephoned the university, the contact, the PRO, whatever it is, he told the father, "Sir, we were trying to contact you for a very long time last night, but unable to talk to you because there is a sad information. We want to give it to you. Your daughter just died midnight in an accident." Now, sir, this incident is not reported by anybody who is probably not literate enough, but it is reported by Dr. Bruce Grayson himself. How can this happen? A boy telling he saw his sister, and the sister is supposed to have been live studying in an university, and then the sister asks the boy to go back to his body. And who reports this incident? It is in the US medical records. I am not reporting out of my imagination. There is no scope for any poetic imagination in this. What further record do you want? Not one, not two. There are several such records. There is one record of a patient who just was in coma in the ICU, completely in a coma, cardiac arrest. He comes back to life after some time, after CPRs probably, after a couple of days, he comes back to the life, his life. At that time, the nurses were searching for his dentures. These dentures were removed from his mouth as when he was admitted in the hospital in a coma state and kept somewhere else in a drawer, probably in the next far away next room. when they were searching for the dentures, this patient who had come back to his conscious life says, hey, he points to a nurse and says, I saw you keeping my denture in the drawer, in the second drawer there in that room. Now, here everyone was astonished. How can this fellow, this patient in a deep coma, know where a nurse has kept his dentures? It goes quite out of logic. When they went to the second drawer, the nurse remembered, she brought the dentures and asked the patient after some time, how do you know this? I saw my entire operation, my resuscitation, everything from the corner of the room. I saw what you people were doing. Well, these are again reported in US medical records, and some of the other strange experiences, what other doctors say. Blind persons, a doctor conducted study of 31 blind persons who underwent a cardiac arrest, did not know what they were, complete in a coma, but they said, we saw, this is the color of that nurse, this is the color of this nurse, I saw her, I saw her. These nurses were wearing these colors. Blind persons who cannot even see in their normal life, active life, they say from the corner of the room, while they were undergoing their body resuscitations, from the corner of the room they are seeing the other nurses wearing colorful dresses or whatever it is. What was their color, or what was the structure, or what was the watch they were wearing. Some minute particles which normally a coma patient would not know.